Mortal Kombat. Jason, Ben?
Yes?
I've played the new Mortal Kombat.
Well, get over here and tell me about it.
All right, I'm going to scooch my chair over there and tell you about Mortal Kombat 11, which is due out in April. This is footage I came back from LA with. They had their reveal event down there.
You had a big party that you went to.
Yeah.
Celebs, stars, YouTube personalities.
Wrestlers mostly.
Wrestlers.
Yeah, professional sports entertainers.
They're into the combat.
And I'll preface this for the folks at home by saying that this video has bad audio on it. There was some issues with it that I spent a lot of time filtering it and trying to get it in ship shape, but there are some, you're not going to hear the character voices as cleanly as you would
Basically,
otherwise.
There was a live mic.
There's a live mic the entire time. Yep. So there's going to be one spot where I'm going to mute it due to a conversation that you can still hear over the mic. It's frustrating.
It's not anything like secret. It's not like salacious or anything. It's just like
it's private conversations.
Yeah, it's a private conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Between Baraka and Scorpion.
Yeah. But I came back with this, this chunk of footage here.
All right, show me, man. I'm so excited for this.
This is. I had a pretty good time with it. I think that the changes they're making are pretty smart.
Seems as such.
And I tried to dig into the menus because, this is me sitting down with the game right after their live stream and alone looking through this stuff and going, oh, what do they got in here? What's in the build? And presumably these will be the menus in the final game. So they've had things like fatality tutorials and stuff like that in the previous games.
Usually I go into the menus and somebody from PR comes running over and they're like, no,
Yeah.
not there.
Towers, this is, they've done the Living Towers before, also the Multiverse and Injustice 2. This seems pretty similar to that stuff. And then I found a menu marked consumables and I was like, wait, this game's got consumables? So I looked through some of this stuff. I don't know what tower keys are. There was nothing in there, but these consumables come into play when you're playing in the tower. And I don't know if they will show up anywhere in any other modes.
These seems like pretty drastic, like gameplay changing things.
Yeah, this is stuff you wouldn't bring into an online game unless you were like super casual, fun time, forget about it type stuff.
That could be really fun, actually.
How did you get 99 of Chinook's severed arm? I feel like there's only really 2 of those.
He's a sorcerer. He just kind of grows them back, or he's an elder god. So, he does
7
his
characters.
thing. Yeah, 7 characters in the build here.
Mostly familiar faces.
Yes. Garrus is kind of the only new one. Scarlet, newer, but not brand new.
It's like 26 boxes there.
Yeah. And so that's a loadout selection there. You can customize the characters both visually and add some augments and swap some moves around and stuff like that. So. Cool. You can pick and name your loadout. I think I do eventually get in and name a loadout here. And so here I'm going to take one of those severed arms or one of those skull bone things.
Special Forces drone, little buddy.
Yeah, little drone buddy.
Cool.
And here we go. This is these are PS4 Pros that we were playing on here.
Gotcha.
This game's coming to Switch. I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know what that'll look like.
This looks great. Wow.
Yeah, it's a really nice looking.
Good looking fire.
Great particles all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see crushing blows, held check. That was some of the stuff I was talking about on the podcast with some of these kind of up close things. But controls are pretty similar to the last couple of Mortal Kombat games. That was a crushing blow, I believe.
Okay.
So what is that?
It's a great question. I'm not entirely clear. So it seems like it may...
No, that seems perfectly fine for tournament play.
Yeah. No, when I was playing the game, it seemed like those up close moments were just like visual, like, hey, check out this cool thing.
Like
I've seen
Tekken or
yeah,
Smash.
exactly. I've seen some talk that maybe there is a gameplay thing going on there, but I don't know.
Cool.
I need to look around and see if obviously some pros have gotten their hands on it and written up some things and see if there's anything to say there. that explains that stuff a bit more, because I am a little unclear on it. You see the meters down there. There's 2 meters. You get an offensive and a defensive meter. That's the kind of the other thing I think I'm maybe unclear on, is what you use the defensive meter for.
Yeah, it looks like the offensive one is just kind of going with time.
Yeah, that'll recharge over time. I think they will recharge over time. But, what? And so the offensive meter is used for some special moves, just require a bar, but other ones, if I get to the move list here, I didn't get into it there. If you remember from previous games, there's EX moves. They've called them different things over the years, pro moves and so on. Here they're called amplify. You can amplify a move.
Okay.
And there you see the AI was doing some perfect blocks. There's if you have a very tight block, you will kind of.
Did that push back at all? I couldn't.
It seems like it'll open up a bit more of a counter window.
Okay.
Yeah, the computer's not using any of the defensive bar either.
Right, and did a perfect block. So that was I think my question. It was like, will the does perfect block require a bar? It appears to not. Though they also were, kind of quick to say, hey, there we go. Rising Blade can only be performed after a flawless block. So it seems like there'll be some moves that maybe, you can kind of counter out of a perfect block into.
I wonder how tight the window is there.
Yeah. So you see some of these amplifiers. In some of the games, that's always been the same button. Like hit block while doing the move. Now it's like, if you hit up an X while doing this move, it does the EX version of it. And so each move that can be amplified will potentially have a different input.
These combos, all the animation strings just look really solid. They look
this
like
is
they carry
definitely
a
the
lot of
most
weight.
fluid I think one of these games has looked, to me at least.
Yeah, I think the animation's really come a long way. I think visually, just the game. So I got home and immediately launched MKX, which I think at the time looked pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And this looks a lot better than that does.
Yeah.
Even compared to Injustice 2, which is their most
Right.
recent.
Yes.
I really like how big the characters are on the screen. It's like it's a small thing, but it keeps the action in Mortal Kombat games can be weird to follow sometimes, especially with some of the more goofy combos where you're just kind of lightly jabbing the foot of a guy who's in the air, but it's keeping him in the air. But there's so much focus on the characters. The models are so pretty that I think this just looks great.
Yeah.
And there's no more running, huh?
Yeah, no, it's if there's no run. If you there's a little short hop there. If you double tap forward, you dash.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, so they've taken out running, which seems like potentially might reduce some of the juggle game. Also, there doesn't seem to be a combo breaker in the game anymore.
Right.
Which was always kind of their meter-based get out of jail free card, which made sense for how long some of those combos could get.
Maybe they're more focused on a solid neutral now.
Yeah, it says to me that they're definitely less about the super long combos,
right,
but
here we go.
Also I'm not a professional. I think I whiffed the first couple of fatalities.
No!
It's just forward, down, square.
Forward, down, square.
That's back, down, because I think I'm on the right here. I think I got mid wrong. I think I maybe got the range wrong.
Boo.
Brutal.
Still killed him with a sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, that looks great.
And so they've also, if you remember when you filled the meter previously, that would be how you do your X-ray move, is to spend your entire meter. And so as a result, you never saw X-rays in high-level play because people were always using EXs to extend combos and breakers and stuff like that.
Yeah, typically.
Now they've moved that out into its own separate thing. It's more like a SNK style kind of desperation move. And it is something you can do when you're below 30% life. And I'm going to mute here for this next fight. Like I was talking about, there's some audio that gets picked up. It's unfortunate. I don't want to shame the person I beat here in this match. Whatever. I barely eke out a victory. What was I talking about?
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero. CC's got frozen AF.
That's a good loadout.
I like this. See this little animation up here of the two fighters you selected fucking each other up in shadow form?
That's pretty cool.
It looks fucking rad.
We're getting a lot more of that. A lot more
Yeah.
like fun menu stuff for fighting games.
And I think like this game is just like, they've only got like 3 backgrounds in this build, but I just think it's so much more colorful, and it's not just like super dark all the time like X is.
Yeah.
Yeah, this level in particular.
Yeah, it's just got a better look overall, I think. And yeah, I think I'm really impressed with how good the game looks, for sure.
I never thought I'd like pictured Mortal Combatants fighting in a bar in like a steel cage. This is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
So this is the desperation move.
Yeah, that's a fatal blow.
Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Yeah, that's...
And he's fine.
He's fine, and he's wearing his hat again.
Yeah.
You see a lot of the characters' faces in this one, which, there were certain, when you beat the story or whatever in MKX, you got like the unmasked, like human scorpion skin.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the other stuff. But like there are, there's a variety of outfits to wear and different masks to equip and stuff like that. So like you can see some scorpion face in this game if you want.
I don't want that.
And you can watch it get ripped off. So some of the variants here, yeah. Well, I do go into the menus, and so we'll see a little bit of what the variant stuff looks like. But you'll see here this version of Sub-Zero has a shoulder charge instead of a slide.
Okay.
And so it seems like some of that stuff. Some of those moves, when you equip them, will just give you additional moves, and some of them will replace existing moves. I want to say some of the new moves in Injustice 2 worked the same way.
Okay. So it's not just replacing. Sometimes you just straight up get additional stuff.
Right, yeah.
There's Sub-Zero's face.
Yeah, there's Sub-Zero's face. There's a
What's left of it?
spear going through Sub-Zero's face. And that's going through him there too.
Yeah, that took some...
I was expecting
He's all right, though. He's all right.
So the Fatal Blow is interesting because if you whiff it, it'll recharge.
Oh.
It seems like you maybe only get
wow.
one per match, but if you whiff it and wait about 5 seconds, you can attempt it again.
Huh.
Which I thought was interesting.
Yeah. That really puts a lot of pressure on, close matches.
Yeah, I mean, if you want something that's going to be kind of like a comeback mechanic, I mean...
And I guess theoretically, if you're already below 30% and you whiff a super, you're going to get punished.
Right.
And so, like,
In
maybe
theory, yeah. But yeah, you see a lot of the similar background interaction mechanics. Like if you get in the right corner of this stage and hit R1, you jump off the wall and hop out of the corner and stuff like that.
Do you know if that's universal
That
with
is.
characters?
It doesn't seem like there's a
weapons down
speed
there.
power. Yeah, I saw that weapon too, and it kind of lights up a little bit, which makes me wonder if there is still that like speed power difference.
Yep.
But I didn't see anyone pick up that weapon over there.
What about you see any stage transformation stuff, like hitting a guy from one stage to another?
No. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a classic.
I
spelled that with a K.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Raiden. Lost your head there, buddy.
It's a little extreme.
Why is it so bloody if it was frozen?
Because the inside it wasn't, but maybe it wasn't frozen solid.
Okay.
Also, maybe he's got a hot hand.
Oh, yeah.
Raiden's blood was boiling.
Yeah, really good faces, I think. Like, I don't know if you remember, was it Mortal Kombat X when they were first started showing footage of that? People were clowning on the faces.
A little bit.
And then by the time the game came out, it was like, oh, these actually look really good.
It's way better.
And especially in like Injustice as of late.
Yeah, I feel like I
That
remember
looks
like
fantastic.
Yeah,
early Cassie Cage or something.
that's what it was.
Yeah, it was really strange looking.
Okay, so here we're going to go into some of the variation stuff. So you pick an icon if you just want a shortcut of like, oh, I know that the skull one is this, and so that's just kind of a...
Wow, they really expect you to have that many loadouts per character? Wow. Holy
Winter Games. They're going to eat Skittles?
Yeah. And so gear is the kind of cosmetic stuff. The abilities on the right side are...
This is involved.
This, I'll tell you, seems way easier to get your head around compared to the Injustice 2 gear stuff, where you were just like, okay, I've got like 90,000 pieces for each character, and it's just a long list, and each one has stats on it too. Now the stats are separate, so you're just kind of choosing your cosmetic look, and then you've got these augment sockets that are on the gear itself, and you can So there you go. Ice Ball inflicts 40 damage on hit. Is that's a
Holy shit.
That's a currency that you are. I don't know if it spends 1 per fight or how it actually works. If it lasts until you remove it, but it does kind of imply like, hey, you got to pay a little bit to unsocket this. And these are consumables.
Huh.
Yeah, so damage over time on ice-based attacks seems interesting. Ice Blade of Sector's Killer.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Photo mode here, just, lets you...
Oh, can you pose though?
It doesn't, no.
What?
Maybe in the final game you'll be able to, I don't know, but no.
If anybody's listening, just need you to dance a little bit.
8% more damage on slide. 3% reduced damage from opponent's specials, so...
Okay.
Like, those seem in line with a lot of the Injustice gear in terms of just what the percentage numbers are and stuff. Yeah, like it's not... Maybe not a game changer for most players, but it does seem like it is something of an edge to the point where you would disable those numbers in a ranked setting.
Yeah, totally.
In a tournament setting, certainly. And you see up there, I don't get into it, but there is AI behavior. That was something you customize in Injustice 2, and it is a set of, it's a graph. It's like a set of stats that you can raise or lower.
And so would that be like when you fight against this character in AI?
Yeah.
Huh.
Cosmetics.
And it looks like, there were spots in there for how many end of round taunts you had unlocked and stuff. So it seems like that the cosmetics will kind of apply to intros and all the other stuff. I assume that's the sort of stuff that maybe they add post-release and that sort of thing. I just named it Winter Games 3. So I didn't feel like typing something in.
Just to prove you could.
Yes, just to prove that one's mine.
Cool. How many stages did you get to see?
There's only 3 in this build.
The 3, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if you watch some of the footage they put out, maybe there was a 4th stage in there. I'm not actually sure. Scarlet's pretty cool.
She's a blood witch.
Yeah.
She can make blades out of blood.
Blood blades.
Blood blades.
Blades will bleed. Blades are blood.
It's like that scene in X-Men 2 when Mystique pumps that guy's ass full of iron and then Magneto rips it out of him.
Yeah, it's exactly like that. I'm gonna just skip ahead 10 seconds here.
Okay.
Chill out.
I think it's interesting, default Sub-Zero has 2 moves. Ice Ball and Slide.
Okay.
Like MK1 Sub-Zero. It's strange in a way. Like, it feels like the game is, in some ways, back to basics, at least in the defaults, and then, it's gonna be... It makes me think that, you'll be kind of reliant on some of those unlockable abilities to really kind of
to do that,
flesh out the character,
stuff.
To customize to your playstyle, yeah.
Yeah, sure. Or not even the tower stuff, but I mean, that stuff will come in, presumably. Like, hey, now I've got the different ice ball or the little ninja thing.
Oh,
yes.
There's a little ice clone for you.
Thanks, man.
You should be doing the same thing.
Yeah. Brutalities are back, by the way. So that's you end the fight with an uppercut with Sub-Zero, and you get that. Those were in Mortal Kombat X. And they're pretty fun.
You have to end the fight with that?
Yeah.
Or they're just, okay. Not just the round.
Not just the round.
I was wondering if she would come back headless. You never know. Baraka's got these weird, totems that he puts down, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got a flag. It was not immediately clear what the flag did when you planted it.
What if
I
it was
assume it's some kind of hey, if you're standing near it, it does a thing.
Right.
But you can also, I think you can pick it up and stab people with it.
Excellent. No lips,
Yep.
hard to talk.
So yeah, she's got that blood whip. She's got that little blood blast thing that'll kind of push people away. Little fireball that leaves them all bloody.
Man.
That looks pretty good. Like Splatoon style or something.
Yep. Yeah, it's just getting messy in there.
Fucking Nickelodeon thing.
Just gack.
Mark Summers in the back.
Yep.
Double dare. Ooh. Ow. Ow. Ow.
Okay, well.
I'm fine.
I'm sure she's fine.
I'm fine.
Sure she's fine.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that looked like a speed thing, because there is a weapon over there, and it wasn't highlighting when you were...
Right, yeah.
Interesting. Give him the old blood shot.
Mm-hmm.
Does this have the thing that...
Slow blood, fast blood, if you kind of push a direction, kind of change speeds.
I don't know if you saw it, but did this have the different control settings, the like Street Fighter-esque?
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
if you want to force diagonals, yes,
Cool.
there's an option for that.
Cool.
Sweet. Like a real fighting game.
Whip
Yeah,
looks
and
familiar.
it also has a release check.
Oh, that was a Wonder Woman whip. That's why it looks familiar. Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised at this point that they're kind of sharing animations between games, but it always strikes me as a little weird when it's like, between Mortal Kombat and Injustice,
Yeah. Oh, this one's pretty good.
Oh, it's a Catwoman whip.
Oh, this happened to me.
Yeah.
I'm okay though.
Exactly like this, or?
Similar. My doctor was. Less.
Were they concerned about this when you came in? Or
They were concerned that wasn't happening.
Oh, good. Okay. I was going to say, if your chest has exploded like that, they probably don't want you sitting in the waiting room. But.
Also, I went to a doctor, DOCTOR, not a DOKTO.
Oh, okay.
So this is the single new character that showed off, right?
Right, yeah. Well, playable. There's also Chronica, which is the boss. They showed a cutscene. Like they showed the intro to the story, basically.
Okay. His whole thing is time?
Yes.
Both
of them. Their whole thing is time.
Stand down, I just got here from the gym.
This guy looks really, really interesting.
Yeah, his stuff seems fun.
It seems like it might take a little while to...
So that move takes a bar of meter no matter what.
Okay.
And that's the move that freezes them, and you can... I think I'll get one in.
Do what you will.
Yeah.
Jails him, yeah.
Yeah.
So at first glance, he seems like a grappler of sorts, but then he's got these weird, like, time rewind and add time abilities.
Which I didn't actually see any of that for myself. I'd heard about that after the fact. That specific time stuff.
The example that I keep going back to is if he whiffs his like command grab or something and gets punished, he can rewind time back like 4 seconds.
Right.
And get all that health back, and it's like, nah, son.
I played Braid. But yeah, it seems like maybe they balanced that stuff out by having a lot of it just require meter.
Sure.
That's my guess.
I'm sorry, does he have a move called Big Fist?
Don't you?
Let's go back here.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Big fist. Give him the big fist.
To be fair, getting punched with a very big fist probably hurts.
Sonya, if you just fired that thing at him.
Yeah, you had 2 guys with AKs ready to like blast him.
He would just rewind the bullets. That was big fist, I think.
Boom. Ouch. Nice. What a cool character. Oh.
Yeah.
No, not quite. Uh-oh.
Yeah, at some point I'm like, okay, I just want to see.
I just want to see it.
Or I just want to see mine, I think is what it was. Like, knock me below.
There we go.
And then I might have whiffed this one, actually. Oh, no. There we go.
got it with the big
Fist.
Rewind it back, and how about one more?
Ooh, ouch. Damn. Wow.
It's fucked up.
That is. Back down. Ready.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
What the fuck?
What does that have to do with time?
time to get
Jesus.
a doctor to stitch your
I
everything,
think we're
your
beyond
life
doctor
back
at
together.
that point.
Oh my god.
Brain still looks intact. I don't know.
Gross.
I might have sat.
awesome.
I might have sat on this screen for a little while.
Yeah. I can't say I believe you.
So yeah, I don't know. There was some brain stuff in the last one.
Yeah.
And so they're continuing the trend of brain stuff and faces getting cut off and that sort of stuff.
Wow.
I want to say it's Baraka that just has a. So you see, you can say, okay, what's on this loadout, and you can look and see, you know, what special moves they're gonna have and stuff like that. I think it's the Baraka fatality that is, like, he literally does the face off movie thing, but
Okay.
actually grabs the face and yanks it the fuck off. It's a bad time. It's a bad time.
It doesn't say, I'm gonna take your face
No, it doesn't. No,
off.
they'd have to pay rights fees, I think, at that point.
Rah, 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 rah.
I can see John Travolta playing Baraka.
Sure.
Bone deep.
Old bone deep Baraka. Planting his flag. I didn't quite figure out what to do with it. I think they might need it'd be kind of nice if the move list had a, let's say, one sentence description for some moves that are maybe not
Yeah, I
immediately
wish-
obvious.
Maybe there's
all
like a
fighting
training
games.
mode that would
yeah,
have
character training or combo training or something. But I don't know if they've done character specific training before.
that. No, I don't think they have. Never been a better time.
That's right. This is, you know, so I spoke with Ed Boon, who's the co-creator of the series, creative director of the studio, all that stuff about it, about kind of the goals for it, and it's Mortal Kombat has this appeal that I think a lot of fighting games don't, where I think you find a lot of people that are not fighting game people that still have this deep attachment to MK. You know, whether they got roped in by it being incredibly gory or just the lore is deeper than a lot of other fighting games, I guess I would say. I'm trying to figure out
Like characters definitely have more like
yeah.
development.
Yeah, like, you know, it's not to say that Street Fighter doesn't have lore or a story or something like that, but I think
Guile has a family to go home to.
exactly.
I mean, Ken has gone through an arc. He's gotten married. He's had a kid. I mean,
yeah.
what's Baraka done?
He had the blade
that
spin in the
guy's face.
MK2 beta,
Yeah.
and then they took it out,
They took
and
it
then
out.
they gave it back to him years later. He's a Tartakan.
Okay.
What?
Tartakan?
Is that what kind of alien?
Yeah,
he
that's
is?
what kind of thing he is.
Durka.
What? No.
Ouch.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't say that it has more, you know, certainly like fucking Blaze Blue and a lot of anime games are
yeah.
all about their story. But I guess, you know, maybe it's because it had movies and it reached a level
like a
of
big
mainstream
arcade
popularity.
presence.
Yeah,
It's-
but I feel like even people that wouldn't have been going to arcades back then still found some sort of love for Mortal Kombat. Maybe it's
sure.
that PS2 Xbox era where they had crazy story modes and
Yeah, I wonder.
Mario Kart and
I
all
really
that
think
stuff.
it's just like 2 and 3 being as ubiquitous, like
Yeah.
pizza places,
Sure.
like not just
Yeah,
arcades. When
yeah.
I say that, like malls, movie theaters, like you can find an MK machine anywhere.
I think a lot of the characters are badass looking characters that maybe you want to know more about.
And the blood helped.
The blood certainly helps.
Yeah. Yeah, doing stuff like this is, helpful.
Well, now it's just too much.
What are we gonna do here? All right. Okay. Looks like
Give me
we're
one of
doing
those.
that one.
Give me that.
How did that work?
Oh, I thought he was
Brock
gonna
is
wear it.
very strong.
Oh, he took that too? Stop it.
Oh, that's. Oh.
Jeez, dude. And now he has power to teleport.
Yeah. That's how Mega Man does it too.
Yep.
Let's skip ahead a little bit here.
Nom.
Get into this Sonya fight.
Sonya seems pretty cool. But she can teleport through blood.
Yeah, what Sonya's like, I can
got a
shoot
cool
some
braid.
rings.
Yeah. She's got a robot buddy.
Yeah.
I don't think you need anything else other than that.
She's got a special move called ass whooping.
Oh boy.
Whooping or whipping?
Whooping.
Whooping. Good. Okay.
See?
Ass whooping. Give him the old ass whooping.
The old back forward triangle.
Yep. Ah! Shoot the rings.
Wait a minute. Ass whooping. Okay.
I feel like an ass whooping is exactly what you need.
Yeah.
How do I do the damn ass whoop? Oh, okay. Was that the ass
I
whooping?
think that might have been the ass whooping, but I was trying to do some amplified ass whoopings. Okay, this is the one with the gun. Okay, well there's this.
She's fine.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
She's fine.
Just a little blood licker thing. Look at that. Just comes in out of nowhere, gives you
Yeah.
a little lick. Little slurper-derple.
Little something.
Is that what,
something,
is that what that's called?
I think it's, yeah.
Slurple-derple?
I don't think that's what it's called, but
It's not.
Slurpy-derpy.
I think this was the point when I started trying
Licky
to
wicky?
do some of the amplified versions of the moves to see what an amplified ass whooping might look like.
Right. Is that just an uppercut? Or is it just a jump?
That's just jumping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think there was some concept I was not clear on, or doing something dumb with some of this stuff. There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you see that?
Yep.
Second hit burns a meter. But it charges up pretty fast. You see, I'm already.
Yeah, it's just going on a timer, huh?
Yeah, it's not a. It's
Oh,
it's
so
more of a cooldown.
defensive.
Oh yeah.
So when you went off the wall, it looks like it used some of the your meter.
Oh, okay. So maybe it just prevents you from like spamming escapes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, I get it.
You're gonna get it.
Oh God.
All right, that one was fun.
Yeah. It's a helicopter.
Of course that's gonna happen. Every time I see a helicopter, I worry that somebody's gonna go through the blades.
And now
it's-
you see what happens
now I
when
see
it happens.
why,
Like
yeah.
it's a reasonable fear. So the story mode gives me the impression, like it almost seems to be similar to the Injustice 2 story of just like, hey, Superman is evil now. Except now it's like, Raiden is evil now. Or not so much evil in terms of just like raw evilness, and more of a, he's got some ideas about how to clean up around here that are maybe
A little extreme.
a little extreme.
Wow.
Did the Joker kill his wife?
Yeah, probably.
Who's the Joker of the Mortal Kombat universe?
Reiko. No, I don't know. Boraicho.
Quan Chi.
Quan Chi, okay.
I guess he's more of a Riddler.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though he's defensive.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, any kind of background thing.
Okay.
That's interesting. That was something that they did mention, like, hey, you know, like the we're still kind of a lot of like some of this stuff is subject to change in terms of like, hey,
oh sure,
what percentage does Fatal Blow activate at, or timers, and you know, like that sort of stuff seemed like the stuff that they were still maybe working on balancing or thinking about, I guess.
Do it, buddy. Do it. Come on.
Hit me.
Come on. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh. Give him the big fist. Jeez. Like, these are fatalities in and of themselves. Crazy.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Raiden's right there.
Yeah.
He made his own wall to ram Raiden into. And,
Oh, you whiffed
and
it.
then fucking blocked the Fatal Blow
But then
attempt.
whiffed.
But so you see it recharge, and now we get another shot.
Wow.
At it. Yeah, it's not.
That seems scary.
But I think you can only land one per match. So if you burned it on round one,
Right.
I think you might not even have it for any of the other rounds.
Yeah, but that adds an awful lot of pressure to the
Definitely.
on the aggressor.
Definitely. I have to say something about this one here compared to some of the other brutal murders. This one seems a little tame by comparison.
A little underwhelming.
Yeah.
Well, it's just because he has blue blood. Got Smurfs running through me.
I believe that mentioned, you know, and granted, the towers are all about mentioning things that are not in the game, but Nitara's gemstone, or I guess that's an item. So that doesn't necessarily mean Nitara is in the game, I guess.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's probably a gear piece or something.
Yeah, and I guess we know Shao Kahn's in it because he's a pre-order bonus as well. Those AI attributes there, you see that stuff where it's like you can, you know, how many combos are they doing? Do they like to zone? All right. So I think, yeah, I think I just took Scorpion. Oh, no, maybe not. So this Sub-Zero has those two additional moves. He's got that little, you know, multiple kind of ice knives and that version of an ice ball that doesn't freeze, it just hits.
Okay.
And those are, like, he still has the regular ice ball here, but you see he has Frigid Storm and Death Circle Barrage on triangle.
Circle Barrage.
And so you're equipping things that are literally adding more specials to the character.
Lordy, lordy. It looks like a slushy.
And I feel like I spent most of this run on the tower just doing the amplified slide over and over again because he makes an ice wall and flings him into it, and I thought that was cool. Also, I don't think you can amplify just the standard ice ball.
Ooh. Yeah, that was definitely a counter hit. Like,
Yeah.
Raiden was in the animation of something and got his ass fucking smoked. That was cool. Uh-oh. Nice timing. Damn it.
I think it's a little weird that they remove hats and masks for moves like that, and then they're back on when the fight resumes.
It seems like a good moment to take their mask off for the rest of the round.
Just like, hey, just...
And maybe you can taunt to put it back on.
Right. So you see I've got these things equipped, and I can flick the right stick in, you know, right, down, or up to send out a net or a big skull hand.
Yeah, I wonder what you're doing if you're a stick player.
If you're serious enough to be a stick player, you're probably not using these things in the tower anyway.
Oh, you know, I mean, like...
Yeah.
But still, I
You
don't
can be
want
a
to like,
serious
hook up
player
something
and
else.
play
So.
single player.
Yeah.
And like,
Right. Yeah, I don't know. That is a good question.
maybe they have some sort of alternate layout.
Yeah, I feel like they've been okay about like having like a lot of that stuff might be shortcuts.
Yeah.
That if you hit these buttons, it does this, or and so on. But I would have to go back. I think they streamed it out, but they ran a quick little tournament. Sonic Fox was there, and some other pro players.
Yep. Tweety
and I didn't. I was capturing this while they were doing that, so I didn't get to see much of it. But I'd be curious to go back and watch some of that to see, just how much they're extending combos and how long that stuff's going. Because like my impression as someone who is not going to play at that level is that it feels way less combo driven.
I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
like
kind of
you're being
the impression
juggled
that I got.
less.
Yeah.
From watching. So I was able to watch. Those matches, and it definitely was less combo heavy. There certainly weren't any like, run up juggle combos.
Right, and so to me, I think that's like potentially really exciting.
Yep.
So I think that's the stuff that maybe.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I caught him with one of those. The juggle and combo breaker stuff. Like I thought that stuff was kind of cool for a while, but I felt like they kind of needed to make a change. And I think that this seems like an interesting direction for them to go in. Mm-hmm. Like it almost feels like a little throwback-ish. Like you still can juggle here and there, but it's not necessarily some big, huge thing.
Mm-hmm. Seems more reliant on ground combos, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna bring Scorpion in here, and that uses all 3 of your assist slots.
Ouch. Well, he didn't need it anymore.
Yeah. And then maybe after we see Scorpion do his thing here, maybe we'll start jumping ahead in the footage a little bit, because I think we've seen most of the stuff there is to see, except for maybe that second Sub-Zero fatality.
Ooh. Yep, she was.
Yeah.
In motion.
So that was off a counter.
Yeah.
It did say it does say punish every time that happens also. So.
Well, that one's a counter, huh? Okay. Punish. Reversal punish. Oh man. Yup.
Sure, why not? Yeah, so this was, depending on which direction on the right stick you hit, you get a different move out of Scorpion.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah.
We're seeing that a little bit more in games like Cross Tag Battle,
Yeah.
where you have different motions for.
It's not just
your
one assist.
Yeah, it's not just one particular move.
They kind of have like 3 of their signature moves.
Yeah, it seems like being able to call in Scorpion and have him throw out a spear seems like that might set up some really fun, weird combos. If you time it right. Like I almost hope that's something that is a little bit easier to do than using these consumables just like in one-off kind of casual games or something. That might be just like a fun thing to screw around with.
Mm-hmm. Rad. Assist bar refills really quick.
Yeah, it does. Oh, damn it, it's this one again. All right. The other one is more brutal than this one. All right, let's move ahead here. Sub-Zero on Sub-Zero.
Hot. I mean cold.
Cold as ice.
Yep, a little bit of that. Let's just,
Man, they really sped things up.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat Turbo.
Oh, I see you've played my ROM hack. All right, let's.
That looks great. That has a little bit of armor. Cool. Oh, God.
Come on.
Wow.
Yeah, that's. I don't know. What do you think? It's too much?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, this is fun. This is fun as hell.
I think it's.
I can't play this around my son at all, but like it's too realistic. Like I'm kind of fine showing him like cartoonish gore, I guess maybe.
Yeah.
But not that I have yet, but like I think that's a little easier to swallow than something like this.
Right.
Oh wow.
I don't know, man. They lost it when they took out double ice backfire.
Right. Right. I'm told there's no ice clone.
Yeah, I mean, unless it is an equipable move or something.
Yeah.
It's not on his standard loadout, that's for sure. It is used in that fatality and in his
Right.
that brutality.
That's what he saves it for.
Yeah. I think I probably did that other one again. Yeah. That's,
Ah!
yeah. That's
Hey.
Well, yeah.
Oh, fuck. I think I felt that one.
Like, there's no reason.
Sub-Zero's very angry.
There's no reason. Yeah, I want to see more from this guy.
I shot a homing blood missile. at
Homing
him.
blood missile.
Sure, why not?
And then you rained a meteorite down upon
Yeah,
him.
then I made a meteor.
Yeah.
And then some more
And then some
missiles. I don't know.
That seems fine for tournament play.
Yeah.
A homing
Whoa,
blood
got
missile.
you out.
Yeah.
Hidden missiles all over again.
Uh-oh.
It's the hit on the top of the head.
Yeah,
to me
you
is-
really see them like clench their teeth.
Yeah. But also, that's the one that makes it funny.
Yeah.
Because just like this fucking Three Stooges fucking
It might as well
bonk
go
in the middle of
bonk.
it. Yeah.
Oof.
Oh. That vulture could not care less that there's missiles and meteors falling
no.
within inches.
Oh, is that a homing blood missile? Oh, I've got nothing. to
Yeah,
worry
no.
about.
I'm
fine.
busy over here eating a body. It's okay.
A little short hop.
Yeah.
Oh. Uh-oh. He's gonna do that thing again.
I'm doing that thing again.
Just gonna not
Here it
look.
comes.
He's got different blood,
Oh, this is all blue. That makes it better.
but he's still got eyeballs.
Wow. One.
Well,
I
He
suppose
doesn't,
it still is.
have any
Nobody's
pupils until
picked it
the
up
eye
yet.
is flying out of his face.
maybe that's just like an energy glow that goes over them. So this is the end of the tower, similar screen to what you've seen in the previous games. And you see for performance stuff, I'm getting coins and souls and hearts, and that sounds like 3 separate currencies to me. And then also getting a skin and some gear and some augments and so on.
A bunch of Garrus stuff.
Yeah.
Because he was the leader of the tower.
Yeah, I guess so.
Tower?
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing.
Hey, thanks for having me. That's Mortal Kombat 11. It's out in April.
Should be a beta beforehand.
Yeah, beta in March.
Beta in March. Okay.
And I think it's pretty cool.
It looks amazing. I'm really anxious to get my hands on it. I want to see how
and it sounds like that there's a whole involved crypt again, and there's
they've always done such a great job with single player content.
The story mode sounds like it'll be pretty similar in terms of you're playing along a narrative path. Like Injustice 2, it sounds like there'll be some choices about like, oh, do you want to play this character or this character in this chapter, or who do you want to fight against, and some choices like that to make. But generally similar in style to the story mode they've been putting out in the last handful of games. And yeah, there you have it. Thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you, Jeff.
I'm ready to test my might.
All right, just start mashing these buttons. Okay.
Don't pull anything.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself. No, don't.
Settle down.
Don't hurt yourself.
What?
You win.